Awesome. Well, I'm really, really excited for you all to join the Getting Started Right follow-up call tonight. We're basically going to do is we've mapped out 5 key things that we feel that you should really focus on when you start. Because there's so many distractions, I feel like, around us. So we're like, what should we really pay attention and focus on? So we've really dialed that into 5 things for you. So we're going to outline that first, and then we will open it up at the end if you have any additional questions. But first of all, I guess I always just like to say, totally normal if you're feeling nervous and excited. I always think that that's what you feel when you embark on something that's really important to you, starting a health and fitness journey, starting a new business, whatever it is. It can be very nerve-wracking because you don't know what to expect. And that's what you feel when you don't know what to expect fully. I mean, I remember when I first started my job as an RN, walking through the doors after going for 4 years of schooling, thinking, will I really like this? Will I like the people? Will I like the job? Will I like the department that I'm working in? All those things. And so if you're feeling that way with this, so normal. It's so normal. So we'll start off by saying 5 things, again, that we want you to really focus on. So make sure to take notes. The first thing, you want to cover the first thing?
Yes. So the number 1 is be proof that the product. So that means getting results. Our first goal and your first goal should be getting results. We're all getting ready and we're geared up. And some of us even started with the new Lift 4 program. And so to see success in this, we really are going to help you guys see success in our boot camps and results with Lift 4. So that's what we're starting with. We're going to continue second round for us, and we're going to help you along with that journey. And part of that is just being yourself on your journey, and I'm not saying, you should go and blast your program and your product. By all means, show people though that you're showing up, show people that you're getting your workout in, but doesn't mean you have to necessarily kiss a bag of Shakeology in every post, because think about who you were before you started, and that didn't really attract you to Kelsey. I mean, you didn't see Kelsey blasting product and links and saying buy from me. Think about what thing she did to attract you to her as well. And with that, we're going to challenge you guys to post on social media pretty consistent. And that should be, I'm going to challenge you guys with a post a day to start out with. And as you guys get your wings with that and get kind of your feet under you, we should take it to the next level and try posting twice a day on Facebook. And, you can keep it once a day to Instagram, I think is really good as well.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to say, part of that. Shoot, I lost it.
Did I miss it?
No. Did you miss it? What do you mean?
Did I skip something?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to elaborate on something, but now I can't remember. Oh, just being, we want you to get results. I mean, that's why most of you got into this is, you want to do that for yourself. And I guess a big question that I get a lot is, should I wait to start, the coaching side of things until I get results? And I think that's a big fat no. You're going to make a mistake if you do that, because people are inspired by the journey, not by the end result. So that doesn't mean you have to, like you said, blast everybody on social media with product. We don't want you to do that. We just want you to share your life and share your journey and step outside your comfort zone a little bit more each time. It doesn't mean you have to do fully on what I do, but just continually growing, putting yourself out there on social media, because that is what is going to be inspiring for your friends and family and inspire other people to want to start to follow you, is by doing what you're doing today.
Yeah. Everybody likes to see that there's a normal human being on the other side of the screen that has real struggles like we do and like you do, I'm sure. Nobody can relate to Barbie and Ken because they're just perfect all the time. And I challenge you not to try to be Barbie and Ken or wait till the perfect opportunity to do this. Be the person on the journey, because you're going to inspire the other person on the screen who is struggling and who needs to know there's help out there and accountability for them to join you and be a part of your team and a part of your challenge group.
Yeah.
And with that said, anybody that has had interest in doing this with you, or you want to have, let's say, an accountability partner, a friend at work or something like that, they are more than welcome to be plugged into our challenge group or our boot camp. By all means, that's not something you guys have to recreate.
Yeah. Very good point.
So that's step one. That's number one.
Yeah, number one. So just to recap that, because I know we kind of talked about a lot, was just commit to a program and let's get you some results.
Number two is stay engaged. So after this, kind of the next steps is going to be getting you guys plugged into the boot camp, getting you plugged in to the team page, and to those of you who want to work this business into a success pod where you'll be mentored by Kelsey and I. So the most successful people that turn out in those success pods or in the team page are the ones who stay engaged with us, staying in tune, staying in the know of what's going on when we announce, let's say, a boot camp that's coming up, or a challenge group that's coming up, or a favorite personal development book that we may be reading, or listening to the next training, or talking about your guys' 3-week training that you guys are going to be involved in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you guys are going to all have the opportunity to partake in. Is Kelsey has developed a 3-week online course for you guys that want to build this business. It's completely up to you as far as how you complete it. It's self-paced. That's the word I was looking for, self-paced. But there are certain deadlines per week. We think you should get to a certain spot, yada, yada, yada. But it is mostly self-paced, but it's going to help you with what to do and where to know. And it's going to be another resource for you guys that want to turn this into a business, whether that's a part-time or full-time business. But staying engaged, and, there's going to be different milestones in that training that says, hey, check in. We need you to check in here and answer these questions. So if you do that, you're going to get a lot of feedback from us. You're going to get lots of help. You're not going to feel so lost. It's the people that disengage because for whatever reason, and then they feel like they're lost and they don't know where to go. They don't know where to start, and they're even afraid to ask questions. So I would say stay engaged and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, there's no silly or dumb question. Like, there's just really not. So
the only dumb one is the one you don't ask, because then you can't get help.
Yeah, exactly. So there's really kind of like 2 parts to our mentorship. I know Dean kind of talked about the success pods and you also talked about the self-paced course. So there's going to be like a little assignments. Well, when you answer those, you'll put them into that success pod. So after this call tonight, I will send you the recording. I just need you to reply back, yes, let's do this mentorship. And then that way I can get you plugged into everything. So
by show of hands, how many of you are here to get results with the new Lift 4 program?
I'm always going to say yes.
All right, everybody. Awesome. All right. By show of hands again, who's here to make this a part-time or even a full-time income business? All right. Majority of you. Okay, perfect. So whenever we're talking about the mentorship and the boot camp, or the mentorship and the success pods, that will apply to you. So number 2 was stay engaged. Number 1 was be yourself on your journey. Number 3 was personal development. I'll let you talk that one.
Okay, yeah, personal development. So one of the things I love about the company that we all partnered with is that they really want you to be growing as a person. And that way it bleeds into all areas of life. You become a better mom, you become a better, like, everything. And that's the part I feel like that, everyone talks about the physical transformation and feeling better, but what we miss sometimes is that inward transformation that happens. And a lot of that is because of the personal development, obviously, in conjunction with the fitness and the Shakeology and different things, but it really is that personal development. So right now, your personal development is that self-paced mentorship, that 3-week training. Once that is complete, we would recommend you hopping on either a podcast, getting a book on Audible, or buying a book and actually physically reading it. I kind of do a mixture of all things, just kind of depending on my day. But it's just so important to be feeding our minds with positivity so that we can go out there and be our best. Have you ever heard the quote, like, you can't pour into somebody else until you've poured into yourself. Like you can't pour from an empty cup, I think is the actual quote.
You got it.
So that's where that comes from, is like really just, you know, giving to yourself first before you can really be that positive influence on others. So that's where the personal development will come into play.
And if you guys need help with a good personal development book to get started, we can help you with that. But right now we really want you to focus on you are a badass. That's a good one.
It is. It's such a good one.
And then I haven't read it personally, but Girl Wash Your Face. I don't know if any of you guys have read that one, but I've heard that's a great one too.
Dean's like, I haven't watched that one or
read that.
Yeah.
Read that one. Yeah. I need one like, dude, wash your face. Dude, shave your beard.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny. So that's number 3. And then number 4 is really to help, you know, other people. So while we're on this journey ourselves, that's awesome. But I think you're going to start to feel like selfish for holding this in. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I want to help other people along in this journey. And so one of the things that we would love to help you do is to help 3 to 5 people get started with exactly what you did to get started. And so we'll help you along with that journey with the conversations and all those types of things. But I think you're going to quickly realize how amazing Take Back the Kitchen is, how amazing our community is, how accountable you feel, how good you're feeling when you start to lose weight, if that's your goal, or just stay consistent with nutrition, that you're going to be like, it's like going to your favorite restaurant and you're like, okay, I have to tell my best friend about this because she has to go there on her next date night because it was that great. You're going to start to feel that way, and that's normal. So we will help you through that period of talking to people.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate what I touched on earlier as far as everything that we have and we have created is up for grabs for anybody who wants to join you.
Yeah.
Anybody and a friend that wants to be in a boot camp with you, who wants to do this program with you, by all means, they're welcome to our boot camp, our challenge groups, whatever it is now, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Always welcome. Don't feel like you have to like, okay, I just started, I have to create all this stuff and I have to make an awesome boot camp. No. And that leads me to step 5. Take a deep breath.
Yes.
That's the most important step of all tonight. Because anytime you start feeling overwhelmed and stressed and like maybe like you think that you need to do something that maybe you're not doing, reach out to us, because you're probably getting ahead of yourself. You probably don't need to do that. You probably have the resource right here that's already done it for you. And you just need to know where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. I love that one. Take a deep breath. So for those of you guys that don't know, Take Back the Kitchen comes out on Fridays. I send it in the email, so you'll be getting it that way. But that, again, is available to anybody. Like when we say the 3 to 5 people, those people that commit and want to join our next boot camp or join you in LaFour on July 16th will also have access to Take Back the Kitchen. That our boot camps, all that good stuff.
And here's the thing about Take Back the Kitchen. So I don't know if you guys have had any experience with it yet, but it's pretty awesome. We hired Monica Haas, who's a registered dietitian, to come up with this, and she's gonna do meal plans with Lift4. So by all means, when you have someone join you, definitely share it with them, because we pay Monica a good amount to have these. But please, with that being said, also don't be like passing it out to anybody.
Right.
Because we pay $1,000 a month to have Monica write those up for us and our team. So I want you to share them with people that should have them, but not people that shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
But they are for you guys to use, and you guys and your families to use and to help out.
Yeah. Going back to number 4 really quick, the helping the 3 to 5. A lot of times people are like, where do I even start with that? So I always encourage, just start like, you always hear me on social media talk about like a brain dump. So what I want you to do is just do a brain dump of everybody that you know, and try to come up with like 100, at least for starters. I mean, we all know at least 100 people, right? And the reason I want you to write it down is because sometimes like I'll write down my hairdresser's name and all of a sudden it makes my brain go, oh yeah, there's this person that I know too. And then you write down somebody else. And I don't necessarily want you to invite these people. I just want you to write their names down and start building relationships with them. And when I say building relationships, sometimes people take that like, oh, how do I do that? Just calm down. first, calm down, and pretend that you're running into them at like Target. So if I was going to run into Jessica at Target and maybe we went to high school together and haven't seen her in 10 years, I wouldn't be all weird like, here's my link, you should join my challenge group. I would be like, hey, Jessica, how's it been? What are you doing now? Are you married? Do you have kids? Like, just fill me in on your life, right? And so that's exactly the same way that I want you to do with this, is just reconnect and build relationships with people. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people like take this and make it more complicated than it has to be. But I think it's always a good reminder to think about like, what would you say in person?
Yeah.
If you ran into this person at the store.
Yeah.
And Target's a good one, because I don't know of anybody that doesn't like Target. So
because I know you guys shop at Target.
Except my bank account. So yeah, you don't have to be all like and people, I'll hear people say, well, I don't want to be a salesperson. Well, don't be a salesperson.
Yeah.
Don't be a don't like blast them with stuff that they don't care about right away. Like, get to know the person.
Yeah.
Figure out what they need first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then as you go through your training, your 3-week course, you'll see a lot of this in the training, talking about how you can do this, talking about, this in the pods and
Instagram training and just like, tons of stuff.
And I will say it again, is use us as a resource. Use the pods as a resource. They're awesome. There's a lot of smart people in there, a lot of people that are smarter than me in there too. So
yeah. With that said, I'm going to recap the 5 things really quick, and then we'll open it up for your questions. So 1 is just committing to your program and your shake, and making sure you're doing that daily and just really committing to it. Even if like you're like just coming into this for the boot camp side, treat it like a job, because when you treat it like a job, you're going to get the results that you wanted to get out of this. And that's what we all want, right? We want to get results. We want to feel good. So if you go into it every day saying, okay, I'm getting paid to eat healthy, I'm getting paid to work out, you're going to treat it different than if you're like, I just don't feel like it today.
Well, here's how I went into it. Maybe this will help you. But when we got invited to the initial test group with Joel Freeman, I went into this saying, I'm going to treat this like it's my duty and my obligation to get results with this, because I think it would be really cool if Beachbody used me and her on an infomercial as an example.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be so awesome. But I have to take personal responsibility to make sure that I'm doing my part in this, and I have to treat it like it's my job, because it is. And that's the opportunity that you guys have, getting ready to embark on Joel's second test group.
I know.
You guys all have the opportunity
So
to get
exciting.
amazing results with that, with him, and be on the next infomercial or be on whatever platform he wants to share you on social media.
Yeah. So 1, commit to a program, probably live for all of you, and your Shakeology and your post-workout and Energize and all that good stuff. 2, stay engaged with us in the pods, which would be your new Coach Success pod. So I will email you the recording. That's when you'll email me back and say, yes, I'm ready to be in your mentorship. 3, personal development. Right now is just the new coach mentorship. Then after that, then we'll get you a book, get you a podcast, and we can talk about where you should really go after that. 4, you're going to feel like, okay, this is such an amazing gift and opportunity. You want to help 3 to 5 people. Like, that is what you're going to feel as you get results. So that's 4, is help 3 to 5 people get started with exactly what you did. 5, take a deep breath. We got you. And, you're learning something new, and it's just one of those things, like when you start a new job or you start whatever, there's a learning curve with that. And so there's going to be seasons of feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or seasons of feeling like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Totally normal. That's when you just need to make a list and go, okay, I have a busy plate. These are the things that I can do today. And these are the things that I'm going to have to say, I'll have to save it for the weekend or whatever. So take a deep breath. Know that we've got your back, and we're always here for you if you have questions.
All right, enough of us blabbing.
I know. We want to hear from you now.
We've talked long enough. What questions do you guys have? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question.
Or type it in the chat, whichever one.
Yeah, if you're too shy, type it in the chat. And if I don't get any questions, I'm just gonna call on someone because I know that wasn't perfect. Dang, no questions. We must have been perfect. All right, Jessica's looking at her notes like, I think I got a question. Jessica, what question do you have?
I do have a question. Like, when I add someone, like Take Back the Kitchen, who's going to send that? I'm going to send that to them?
Yes. So what will happen,
Okay.
I send it to just like my coaches and my customers. And so you'll take that, you'll save it, and then you can upload it into an email, type what you want to type, and then send it off. Yes.
Okay, then send it off. Okay.
Yep.
How about new coaches? Say someone wants to be a new coach.
Yeah. So same process. We always do a getting started right call on Tuesdays at 8:30. So like tonight, this is typically what we do. This last week was a little bit weird with us going to Summit. So we were thinking Saturday and then ended up just doing it Tuesday night.
We ran into Father's Day.
We weren't thinking. Anyways, so anytime you add somebody new, you and your new coach can join on Tuesday night at 8:30. It will be the same link. So you can just jump on with us, be there to support your new coach, and then you can get them plugged into our new Coach Success Pod, and then they can do the self-paced mentorship as well.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I was like freaking out. I'm like, do I have to make my own little mentorship website? And
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. Just use exactly what we have.
See, you were already freaking out and you came to us. Look, you feel better now.
I'm always freaking out. Okay. I get it now. I think that's all I had.
Nope.
Oh, say if they don't have Facebook. Like, I have a friend who wants to do it. I sent her the link for the preview of the Lift 4 already, and she did it, and she loved it, so now she wants to do it. So how do, like, you know how you guys did the live about all the packages and stuff?
Yeah.
Since she doesn't have a Facebook,
so
what should I do?
Because I get people like that too from Instagram that are like, I don't have a Facebook. And what I recommend them do is just set up even a temporary account. Because I'm like, if this is something you want to do, Joel Freeman's group is on Facebook. Our boot camp is on Facebook. And so I've had some people that just have Instagram that just set up like a temporary account. Literally the only thing that they're a part of is those groups, just to kind of have that place to check in every day.
Okay. And what if they don't want to? Then
I mean, if they don't want to, I just feel like that they're missing out on a lot, because Joel Freeman's going to be going live and that every single day. He's going to be answering questions. Like, they're going to miss so much if they don't. But if they're like, no, absolutely not, then of course they can still buy the package. You just have to probably find some other way to like check in with them or give them your email so that they can check in with you every day, that kind of thing on it. That's what I would recommend. Or Instagram, if they want to send you a selfie on Instagram, something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Usually they'll set up a temporary account on Facebook though. I haven't had anybody that's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Usually they just don't like the platform and they don't want friends and stuff, family on there. So if I'm like, you don't have to add anybody like that, like literally just, plug yourself into the boot camp, then they're good. So.
Okay.
Good questions.
Great question.
I think that was it.
All right. Megan, what about you?
Oh, she's muted. Hold on.
Okay,
now you're unmuted.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. So probably the biggest thing that I worry about is inviting people, especially I'm actually probably more nervous to invite people I know than I would be to invite strangers. So I know probably it'll get easier, the more you do it type thing. But I don't know. How do you just kind of get over that nervousness?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Why are you nervous about inviting people you know?
Well, because like you said, I don't want to sound like I'm like all of a sudden after, 20 years for me since high school being like, hey, how are you doing? And, because I've had people do that to me before if they start selling things,
Yep.
you know, what Mary Kay or whatever. And
Put you in
it's like,
groups that you didn't ask to be in.
probably, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know. You kind of always know that it's coming though, like, because you like see them posting things online, and then they reach out to you, and you just know what's coming next. Like, you know, I just don't want to be fake, basically.
Sure. I can totally understand that. And we would never teach you how, like, we would never teach you to, like, immediately go out there and start blasting people with stuff just like you have been blasted in the past. Why? Because it doesn't work. 90% of people do it that way, and 90% of people won't be around in 3 months because it doesn't work. And for whatever reason, there's so many people, like, I don't know who's training these people to do this, but it's like a failing system. So what I would like to teach you how to do is to teach people to come to you and go, hey, Megan, what is this you're doing? I seen you posting on Facebook and you're already down like 4 inches. And it seems like yesterday you just like started. What is this take back the kitchen that you're talking about? What are these meals you keep talking about? They look so good. What if I could get you to do that? People come to you rather than you go out to people. Do you think that would feel better for you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you hang on with us and bear with us and go through the trainings, we'll teach you how to do that instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I was going to say too is, you know, like he was saying, you offer value on your social media. So maybe you take one of your favorite dinner from last week and Take Back the Kitchen, and you do a post and you share the recipe, or you share the recipe on your Instagram stories. So you're offering so much value that people are like, okay, like he was saying, they start asking you questions like, what is this Take Back the Kitchen that you're talking about? And so, and that we'll teach you how to do that. But two, just like on social media, you know, go to somebody like, so like let's say I didn't know Dean or I didn't know you in a while. I would go to your page before I'd send you an invite or before I would even start a conversation. I would look to see, okay, she's got, you know, just whatever you've been posting about recently. And I would just send her a message. Oh my gosh, I just seen you posted yesterday. Where did you get that cute shirt? I'm looking for a shirt. You know what I mean? Just start asking questions and engaging with them without sending an invite. It's just strictly just to build a relationship with them.
Okay.
And then over time, they're going to see your posts and see that you're talking about Take Back the Kitchen, see that you're down the 4 inches, and they're going to go, okay, I was just talking to Megan. I feel like I can reach out to her because we've just reconnected. And they're going to go, I need to ask her what she's doing.
And she's never blasted me with anything, and I've never like seen any sort of like link come in, and like, you know, she's never like just talked to me just with a sale in mind, because you've made them feel comfortable all along the way, so they feel like they can reach out to you.
And at the end of the day, that's what we want. You know, we want to help other people, and I don't want to feel like I'm selling, you know, and I never have with this. And so I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that.
Okay.
Another thing, before I forget, this is totally off script, but you guys are all getting ready to embark in Lift 4, right?
Yes.
Take a bunch of before pictures. You
Yes.
do not have to share them with us. You don't have to share them with anybody. Keep them in your phone. Put a password to them so nobody sees them if you are that embarrassed of them. But for heaven's sakes, take them now for you to use later, because you'll be so glad you did. Because at the end of this, you'll go back and go, oh my gosh, I need to share this with someone. I need to share this with the Megan that was me 8 weeks prior to that needs a program, that just told me she's been going to the gym for 2 years and has seen no results, or whatever that may be. Yeah. Here's proof. And I don't have to show them somebody else's proof. I can show them my proof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you, I'm begging you to take before pictures for your own benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll thank me later. You go, oh my gosh, I dreaded taking these pictures. I hated these pictures, whatever it may be.
And they don't have to be like a sports bra. Like I would take one that way, but like get some with your family when you're wearing shorts, and then like later, or put on shorts that like you've been dying to wear and you just can't put it, like where maybe you can't button them. I'm just using this as an example because I've seen these photos. And then, you know, 8 months or 8 weeks from now, put them back on. And so then you can show people the progress you've made getting into those jean shorts that you've been wanting to wear. So things like that, just kind of.
Yeah. And another thing that we've started doing is just taking different before photos of different parts or areas of our body, like
our
arms, our legs, our neck, our face, our back, because when you get your results with Lift 4, what woman doesn't want more toned legs? What woman doesn't want thinner legs? What woman doesn't want more toned arms? And it's just, it doesn't always have to be like full body.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be in a sports bra in your underwear. It can be like just an arm shot. Because you'll be amazed at the results you get in 8 weeks from this. And you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even know my arm looked like that before. But I wanted to say that before,
that's a good point.
Before I forgot, because I knew we'd get off this call and I'd go, dang it, I forgot to tell them that. Because that's one thing I wish I would have done in the beginning, is taken a lot more before pictures. Yeah. But I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed of myself, but I don't have anything to show now. Like, I've got a few things, but not much. So
yeah.
And I can't tell you how many guys have reached out to me and have said, girls for her, of course, have been like, oh my gosh, I've been struggling since high school, and like, you look awesome. Can you like help me? Like, what is it that you're doing?
Yeah.
And some people get to the point in their life they don't care, but when they see you as an example, they care. And they're like, oh, I actually know that person. Mm-hmm. That's a real person. So, all right, sorry, I went off script. I hate when I do that.
Off script.
Good question, Megan. I love it.
I know, all these are good questions.
Virginia says in the chat, I love the meal ideas from Dean yesterday for lunch.
Yay!
Oh, good. You're talking about my video I did, right? With the ground beef? Okay, cool.
We do that almost every day for lunch.
Yeah. It's easy, it's fast. And
it's so delicious.
When we got 3 crazy kids running around, you just grab one, do something quick and easy. Yeah, okay, that's good to hear. I'll do more videos like that of stuff that we make, if that's helpful to you guys. So, perfect.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Go for it.
About the Shakeology. I know on the front of the bag it says promotes or helps weight loss. What if I don't want to lose weight? Like, what do you increase your calorie intake eating, or?
Yeah, so it always kind of just depends on what your goals are. If you're wanting to lose weight, then I always suggest not mixing it with a whole lot of anything. If your goal is to maintain, then you can add things to it. So I typically add things to my shake. I'll put spinach, or I'll do a half a banana. I'll make it more caloric. Is that the right word I want to say? Have a higher caloric intake with it, especially if I want to drink it as a meal. Yeah. If I'm just going to do it as a 3 o'clock snack or something to get me through the crazy kid zone that I have at 3 o'clock, then I may not. But
so when it says promotes weight loss, that's because it helps promote cravings of bad sugar foods. So when you don't crave those foods as much, the byproduct of that is weight loss.
I'm gonna turn on our light.
So yeah, it's not gonna it's definitely not gonna make you
it's more of a vitamin.
Yeah, it's more like a multi.
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah, when you stop craving those things, those bad foods, well, that's better. Yeah, it promotes weight loss.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? You guys have got good questions. I love them.
I know.
Yeah, I've got another question.
All right.
Yeah.
My husband's going to do Lift 4 with me.
Uh-huh.
So we bought the package 3 that had the, 2 tubs of Energize or whatever. I can't even remember at this point. But do I need to sign him up as a coach, or can he just go along with me, or what do you guys suggest?
At this point, you don't have to sign him up as a coach. if you're here to work the business in the long run, it's very beneficial to you financially in the long run to have him sign up for you or with you, due to the volume that you'll accumulate over time. But we can talk about that further. If that's something you want to kick around and discuss with us, we can definitely talk about that. And we do a couple trainings. We usually do them about every other Monday. And it's called going Emerald in 24 hours, and we explain that on there too. But if that's an avenue you guys are thinking about pursuing, then definitely I can help you with that.
Okay.
But as of right now, no, you don't have to. So to answer your
he
question,
can be in our group. Now, he won't get access to Joel Freeman's group because Beachbody will send you that email saying, hey, you got selected to be in Joel Freeman's test group, and you'll get a link. And maybe you already got that, but your husband won't get that email unless he's a coach. So.
Okay, cool.
Oh, the link for the guys group. Dean, don't you have a guys group or something on?
yes, the man cave. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, okay. So if you have a husband, a spouse, there's someone that wants to join that. All they have to do is friend request me, because I can only add people that I'm friends with.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as I get that, and then if he says, hey, I want to be in the man cave, I'll get him in.
And
Okay.
he could also be in our Lift 4 test group too, because
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of, I think, couples in there too. So he could be in.
Yeah, I love that you guys are bringing your spouse to this Lift 4, because that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
He likes it, so I'm excited.
Good.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So were y'all ever afraid that like whenever y'all were starting to do the workout that it was gonna like bulk you up instead of like lean you out?
Women's sake, no. We don't have the testosterone to really bulk. We have more of like testosterone of like a 5-year-old boy. I don't know if someone said that once, and I was like, that's so true. And the testosterone is really what makes you bulk. So we're going to lift heavier, but really what that's going to do is just lean out. And when I say lean out, it's really going to help our body fat go down in those specific areas of our body, so that way you see more of the muscle. So that's the point of it. So you're just going to get those toned arms, more of a slender, midsection, things like that. That is what happens when you lift. And your metabolism goes through the roof. So.
Yes. See, I have hypothyroidism, and I didn't find out that I was hypothyroidism until like 3 months into meeting my husband when we started dating, and I was real heavy. And then as soon as they found out that it was my thyroid, they gave me dosage of medicine, and I lost like 90 pounds in like 6 months. And I got real lean, and I was so excited and great and toned. And then I got pregnant and went on bed rest for 3 months.
Oh man.
And so during that 3-month time, I couldn't do anything. So also all my muscle, stuff that I had just kind of went away. And so, that was 9 years ago. But then I had my daughter 5 years ago. And after I had her, I had to take like progesterone shots to help prevent like preterm labor. And so as years have gone by, my thyroid's been kind of like, I'll make sure, because I'm trying to get my levels are like way below normal. So I have a hard time losing weight, even though, I eat, the cauliflower rice. I eat, 93.7, 99.1 turkey meat and all that. So, to take back the kitchen is helpful because it gives me other, ideas for meals in that. And I've never had the Shakeology. I haven't tried that yet. I just got my box of stuff in the mail today. And I'm excited for that. And my husband's going to do it with me. He's a police officer, so he's going to do that stuff with me. And maybe he'll get the, coworkers on board to do it too. Who knows? But I just want to make sure. I just don't want to do anything that's going to, I want to make sure I'm doing it right, so it's going to be helpful to lean me out.
Yeah, lifting, but
I said a whole lot there. Sorry.
What I love about Lift 4 is that you're going to lift weight, which is going to up your metabolism. It's going to give you that like toned arms and the toned look that you're looking for. The HIIT is going to put everything into overdrive. So HIIT is like a version of cardio. It's a high high intensity interval training. Then you're going to do core work. So you're going to do all of that in 30 to 40-minute window. And you're going to notice that your metabolism's going up and that you're leaning out. Just stay consistent with it and trust the process. It works.
Yeah, Kelsey increased her bench probably 30 pounds since we started, and I think her arms got more small.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Inches wise when I
Inches
measured.
wise, but
Yeah.
they really leaned out. She didn't bulk up at all. She's still petite little 5'1". But if someone comes to break in my
Wow.
I'm sending her down the stairs because she's gotten really strong.
Are there any certain weights that you recommend? Because we have some, but we're probably going to need to buy some more. So I just
Not necessarily. I just think whatever you feel most comfortable with. And I know you can like get on Craigslist and things like that and buy them used. But as far as a brand, I don't have a specific one I would recommend.
I would say just get started and see what you need, then go buy what you think you need. Don't buy a bunch of stuff first. We've got some just regular iron dumbbells,
Mhm.
and then we've also got a set of Bowflex Select Techs, which I really recommend those because they take forever to adjust your weight. So, but yeah, I would just see what you have and see if that'll work, based on because I don't know what you're going to start out with, and you probably don't even know what you're going to start out with as far as weights. And I would hate to see you go and buy a bunch of stuff and go, oh, I didn't even need these heavy little weights, or I didn't need these little dinky things. So,
And the cool thing too is that you'll get the bands too, so you can kind of use those where you need to as well.
okay.
yep.
Good questions.
All right, ladies. Well, if that's it, we're going to go inside and get our bags packed because we got to get the plane for Indy tomorrow.
And the first thing in the morning, we tried packing and it was just not happening with 3 kids.
They're unpacking us faster than we can.
And our twins have learned to climb on everything. And we like look over and they're on top of our table. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get them to not climb on top of the table? Because that's like, anyway, so I will send you guys the recording and then just reply back to that email about the mentorship. Sound good?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Have a good night,
great
guys.
night.
You too.
Bye.